Hello, yogis. It's Tristiane. Welcome. This is a little wake up flow. This is very similar to what I often do in the morning when I want a little bit of yoga to perk up my body, to unring all of the stuff that has settled in over the night, and just to feel energetic and ready for the rest of my day. It's just about 20 minutes, no props are required, but of course, anything that makes your practice more comfortable is more than welcome. We're going to start off in child's pose. Bring your knees a little wide, your toes together as you bring your hips back towards your heels. Crawl your fingertips forward, forehead all the way to the floor or to a block if the forehead is not ready to meet the floor yet. Take a deep breath in and out. And imagine softening your armpits. Especially if you are doing this first thing in the morning, just simple child's pose can be perfectly intense enough. Really start to feel your back stretching, your hips stretching, your knees, your shoulders. Maybe even crawl your fingertips a little further forward. We'll take 3 or 4 more deep breaths here. At any point this is too intense, you can always lie flat on your belly. With your next breath, press your fingertips down. Start to lift your hips. Slide the palms of your hands towards you as you come towards a table pose. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And here just shift a little side to side. You can move your shoulders forward and back, your hips. You can round a little bit. And we're just going to start to move towards cow and cat, so you can start to kind of arch your spine or dip your belly. Keep moving a little bit side to side though. And then as you're ready, on an inhale, you just really dip your belly down. You stop that side to side movement as you lift your chin. And as you exhale, you tuck your tailbone, you lift your belly, and you tuck your gaze down. 2 more like that. Inhaling cow. Exhaling cat. Inhale back to a neutral spine. Start to reach your right arm up and out to the side just till you feel a gentle stretch. And then thread the right arm underneath the left armpit, looking over to the left. You can keep your left hand on the floor, maybe reaching it out in front of you. Or if you like, you can take your left hand behind your back. Draw your hips a little back, lift the low belly. On an inhale, you're going to unwind. Come back to your table pose. Lift your left arm up and out to the side. And then thread your left armpit underneath. No, thread your left arm underneath your right armpit. Hopefully that makes sense. Threading the needle on the other side. The right hand could stay on the mat or come behind you. You just want to feel the shoulder starting to get a little stretch out. As you're ready, unwind this side. Come back to your table pose. Again, inhale through your cow pose, shrugging your shoulders far back. Exhale through your cat. Inhale through your cow. Exhale through your cat. One more time, inhaling through your cat. As you exhale through your cat, this time tuck your toes under as you lift your belly up, lift your knees, straighten your legs a little bit, come to downward facing dog. And just move in any way that feels pleasant here. I'm even taking my hands a little bit wider. That really pleasant stretch to my shoulders. When you're ready, walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Coming into a forward fold with soft knees, draping your belly over your thighs. Arms could be heavy, or you could interlace the hands to the opposite elbow or rest the arms on the leg somewhere. Swaying gently is highly encouraged, but certainly not required. I just find it feels really nice. Let's take another deep breath. And inhale, slide your hands up your legs. Come to halfway lift. On your exhale, fold forward. Keep your knees a little bit soft. Press down into your heels. On your next inhale, you're going to roll one vertebrae at a time up to the sky. Feel free to walk your hands on your legs for extra support. When you do reach standing, roll your shoulders back. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Place the palms of your hands together, interlace your fingers, turn your palms up and lean to one side. Doesn't matter which way you go, you just want to feel that deep side stretch. Potentially look up underneath your top arm. Inhale back to the center line. Exhale, bring your hands down by your sides. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up and lean to the second side. Maybe you like to look up. Inhale to the center line. Exhale your hands down by your sides. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, press your palms together, fold all the way forward with softish knees. Inhale, find a halfway lift, bring your hands up onto your shins or onto your thighs. As you exhale, plant your hands down, you're going to step your right foot back, bring your right knee to the floor. Untuck your toes, cushion your knee as needed. As you inhale, lift up. You can just bring fingertips to the floor, hands to the left thigh or arms to the sky. Take a deep breath here. Let your hips drift forward if you would like. And then folding forward, plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Step your left knee back next to your right knee, low plank. Lower to the mat. Inhale, tuck your pelvis down, lift the center of your chest. Roll your shoulders back. Cobra pose, coming to the height that feels good. Exhale to release, come on down, tuck your toes under, push back through a funky child's pose. So hips towards the curled under toes. And then inhale, rock forward again. A little bit kind of like a table pose, lift your knees and come to downward facing dog. Pedal your feet for a moment here. Sway your hips, anything that feels nice. And then you're going to walk your feet forward to the front of the mat. We're going to go right to the other side. So as you inhale, you find half lift. As you exhale, you fold, you plant your hands, you step your left foot back, you bring your left knee to the floor. You can simply slide your fingertips in a little bit, or you can come higher, hands to the thigh, arms to the sky. Take one deep breath. The hips could come forward if that feels nice already. Exhale to come down, hands under the shoulders, right knee back next to the left knee. Lower all the way down, tucking your elbows in. Tuck your pelvis down as you inhale, lift, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back. And you can kind of go one smooth movement through downward facing dog. Take a breath or two here. And walk your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, roll yourself to the sky. As you exhale, press the palms of your hands together. Bring them in front of your heart. Inhale, you're going to reach your arms up. As you exhale, press your palms in front of your heart. Bend your knees, stick your bum out behind you. Chair pose or Utkatasana. Inhale, lift the center of your chest. Potentially extend your arms from the shoulder or up by the ear. As you exhale, fold all the way forward, plant your hands down. Inhale, step your right foot back to the back of the mat, and then your left foot back to the back of the mat, downward facing dog. Feel free to modify this to table if you like. Inhale, sweep yourself forward to a plank position. Knees can come back down, or you can leave the knees lifted this time. Tuck the elbows in, exhale to the floor. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, make your way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, flow your right foot to the sky. As you exhale, take your right knee in towards your nose. Lift your belly up and in. If you need to, you can drop your back knee and do this in a table. Step your right foot behind your right hand. Rotate your left foot to the or left heel to the floor rather, and lift up on an inhale. Warrior one. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Relax your shoulders down. I'm going to linger here for a few breaths, working to stack the front knee on top of the front ankle. Working to square the hips to the front of the mat, adjusting the angle of the back foot so that that feels comfortable to the knee joints. Lifting up through the crown of your head. Maybe even bringing your gaze up towards your fingertips. Inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to fold down, plant your hands under your shoulders, turn your back foot straight forward and back, and step back to your downward facing dog. Immediately lift your left leg to the sky. Take your left knee towards your nose. Hug it up and in. Step your left foot behind your left hand. Right heel comes to the floor. Inhale, lift yourself up. Warrior one. Shoulders soften. Hips squaring. Engage your belly button, pulling it back towards your spine a little bit. Lift tall through the crown of your head. You can be actively pressing your back heel into the earth. Again, if you feel stable, you can always look up towards your fingertips. Inhale here. Exhale to fold forward, plant your hands. Step your left foot back behind you, downward facing dog. You could stay right here in down dog or table or even back to child's pose. Or if you're feeling friskier, you can pull forward to a plank on your inhale. Exhale, knees up or down, lower to the floor. Inhale, cobra, upward dog or sphinx. Exhale, back to your base, table or downward facing dog. Take a deep, full breath there. And then walk or step or hop your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, find half lift. As you exhale, you're going to bend your knees again, sticking your bum out behind you, and then peel yourself back to Utkatasana. Inhale there. As you exhale, press the palms of your hands together, straighten your legs, hands come in front of the heart. Inhale, sweep your arms over your head. Exhale, bend your knees, hands come in front of the heart, Utkatasana. Pull your knees back as you inhale, lift your chest, potentially add your arms. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe your hands are a little lower on the legs or even to the floor. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, and then your right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Knees can be up or down. You can take full or half push up. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Exhale, we'll meet back in table or downward facing dog. Right foot lifts to the sky as you inhale. As you exhale, hug the right knee in towards the nose. Step the right foot behind the right hand. Back heel goes to the floor. Inhale up, warrior one. Square your hips. Take a few deep breaths here, really lifting the crown of the head up. Lifting the whole torso out of the stability of your lower body. Your legs are strong and grounded. You can feel each of your 10 toes against the mat. Inhale again here. As you exhale, take your arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers, just noting which thumb goes on top because we're going to switch in a moment here. Roll your shoulders back as you inhale. As you exhale, fold to humble warrior, belly to thigh or torso to the inside of the front thigh, maybe lifting your arms behind you. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Hug your right hip in towards the center line. And on an inhale, peel yourself all the way back up. You can keep your arms behind you if you feel frisky, or you can bring your hands in front of you or even your fingertips to the floor. Lean forward, bring your weight to your right foot, lift your left heel. Maybe you can float for just a moment into a warrior three. Relaxing your left hip again. The fingertips could always come to the floor for support here. And then step back. Left foot faces straight forward and back. Plant your hands down. Step your right foot back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. And we move to the other side. Left leg lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Hug the left knee to the nose. Step the left foot behind the left hand. Bring the right heel to the floor. Inhale to warrior one. Square your hips. Soften your shoulders. Again, you're growing taller with every single breath here. It's like with every pose that we do, every step we get deeper into this practice, we're lengthening out our spine, we're unkinking our muscles so that we're just expanding and loosening. Inhale here. As you exhale, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers the weird or the opposite way. Roll your shoulders back, inhale. Exhale to fold belly to thigh or torso to the inside of the front thigh. Hug the belly up and in, chin to the chest. On your inhale, you're going to sweep yourself all the way up. Again, as a challenge, you can leave your arms behind your back, but you're welcome to unlace them if you need to. Lean a little bit forward, lift your back heel up all the way to the left foot, floating, maybe wobbling is a more accurate term, to a warrior three, just for a beat, just to kind of give you a little bit of adrenaline in the morning. When you're ready, you step that right foot far back, hands come to the mat underneath the shoulders, step back, downward facing dog. You are more than welcome to hang out here or find a place to rest for a few breaths. If you want one little last bit of fire, inhale to plank, exhale to the floor. Inhale. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath there. Soften your heels towards the mat. And then slowly walk your feet forward. Step your feet a little wider than your own hips. Toes out, heels in. Start to bend your knees, coming to a squat. Hands could be on the thighs. Fingers could be on the floor. Or if you feel ready, you can bring your hips between your heels. Maybe you press the palms of your hands together. As you're ready, you're going to make your way to seated. Soles of the feet come together. Knees are out to the sides. Lift the center of your chest as you inhale. As you exhale, fold. Baddha Konasana, you can hold your feet or let your legs, your hands come on the outside of your legs is what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like a little frame of your arms around your feet. As you inhale, you're going to roll yourself back up. You're going to gather your knees in. Place the soles of your feet on the floor. Lift the center of your chest. Start with your hands behind your thighs. Inhale here. As you exhale, lean back a little bit. Feel your abdominals. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, lean back. Feel the abdominals. Maybe you'd like to add a rowing motion. Inhaling to pull forward. Exhaling to pull back. And the range of motion can be totally up to you. You just want to feel your abdominals a little bit as you row a few times forward and back. You can go really far down if you know you can come back up. Or you can keep this really quite gentle with the hands behind the thighs. Let's try one more. And this time you're going to go all the way down. So just make sure you're right in the center of your mat. Come all the way down to the mat. Don't come back up. Just keep rolling down when you reach the floor. Draw the soles of your feet in. Hug your knees one and then the other towards your chest. Give yourself a gentle rock from right to left. Let your knees fall over to the right side for a twist. Adjusting in any way needed. This can be really any variation of twist that feels good. Inhale the knees back to the center. And exhale them over to the left for a few breaths. Once you get into the twist, relax your belly. Inhale the knees back to the center. Wrap your arms around your legs. If it feels okay for your neck, on an exhale, you're going to lift your chin towards your knees, coming into a little ball. Tuck yourself all the way in for a deep breath here. And then gently release, head to the mat, arms to the sides, legs long. I'm going to count you through 10 deep breaths here. We'll start together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhaling deep. Exhaling long. Inhaling deep. Exhaling long. Inhaling. Exhaling. 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 Allowing the breath to grow natural. You can stay here as long as you have the time for. When you are ready to go about your day, take a deep breath in, wiggle your fingers and your toes. As you're ready, roll yourself to one side to rest for a few breaths. Before making your way to a comfortable seated position. Hands in front of your heart. Closing with a deep breath together, in through the nose, out through the mouth, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of your day.